So I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and we were talking about relationships, and I was talking about an ex of mine that recently got married, and it was quick. It was very quick that he got married. But anyway, he was a good guy, and we're still friends, whatever. And I was talking about how, like, he and, like, one other guy I dated are, like, the only guys that I, like, really, really liked. And, like, that I went on so many dates after my divorce and everything. So anyway, we were talking about how, and stick with me, there's probably about 5 guys right now that would love to date me, and I'm not, like, tooting my own horn, that would love to date me that I am just not into. Like, they're friends, they're greatest friends, awesome friends, but anything more, absolutely not. Like, I don't, like, being with the idea of kissing them or being with them is just not for me. And then there's these 2 guys that, and I don't even want to be with them, but, like, they're not available. So obviously I wouldn't be with them, but, like, it's just weird. It's always like when you like somebody that it's not the time, or time is always wrong, or when you like someone, they don't like you, or when they like you, you don't like them. And it's true. There's like a Seinfeld about that. But anyway, it's so true. Anyway, anyone else feel like that? I also, like, I don't even remember what love feels like, real love. I just don't. Kind of sad.
You are so selfish. I feel bad for any man to get with you because you are going.
I'm such a giver. Any man that knows I'm such
you're
a giver.
Let's talk about it. How do you give to your man?
In any way I can.
Any way you can? You buy him gifts? You take him on vacation for his birthday?
That's not yet. I haven't done that yet.
Why not?
Because it hasn't been offered. Like, no one asked for that. That's like a man. That's masculine of me to be trying to.
I hate that.
If I was trying to,
it's another woman.
Take him on a vacation.
It's another woman who said that. She like that's masculine. Like, but you like vacations.
He doesn't want that.
You don't think
men don't want that type of things from women?
I do. Hey, for any woman out there,
yeah, but we have 2 different perspectives on life. Clearly, you want that.
I like vacations. Men like vacations. You don't think your man would be like?
Yes, but there's no man that is gonna be sassy enough to ask me to take him on a vacation.
Nah, he don't gotta ask you. You just, from your thoughtfulness, like, he likes vacation. He likes when we go. Let me surprise him with one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day, maybe for my husband.
A good man doesn't walk away when life gets hard. He walks away when it turns disrespectful. That's the difference. Most people never understand this. A good man is loyal. He'll give his time, his energy, his effort, his heart. But he won't keep pouring into someone who tears him down and drains his soul. He won't stay where his respect is ignored. He won't stay where his boundaries are crossed. A good man won't keep repeating himself to someone who refuses to listen or understand. Eventually, he realizes silence speaks louder. He'll stop trying. Not because he doesn't care, but because he finally cares about himself too. That's the moment everything changes. He'd rather face the silence of your absence. And drop 100 if you agree with me, and pass this on to someone who needs it. God bless.
If a girl asks me how many sets I have left, not a problem. If you're a man, get away from me. Why are you speaking to me? Goodbye, sir.
They've decided that men are bad right from second one. They're man haters.
25 years of living, you're my dad. The least you could have done is $500 in a car after 25 years.
First of all, you're 25 years old, honey. You're an adult. It's no longer daddy's job to take care of you.
My cousin, who is younger than me, is getting married today. Meanwhile, this year I have had chlamydia twice.
She's jealous of the younger woman.
Men, y'all need to start learning how to have social awareness. Thank you very much.
Ladies, you all need to learn how to not have an ego this big. Thank you very much.
It actually grosses me out whenever I tell a man that I'm talking to, I'm going to get my lashes done, and the only words out of his mouth are, well, let me see a picture when you're done. How about you send me $75 to pay for it?
You're expecting some guy to roll in and pay for your nails. Why should he be paying for those things? First of all,
Kyle, when was the last time you went on a date?
Last week.
Where'd you take her?
We went to Hudson House.
Oh, how'd y'all meet?
We met at a bar.
Oh, so you approached cold?
Her and her friend approached me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. No, it wasn't like that, though.
Okay.
They just had a conversation basically like right here next to me.
Oh, wow.
So I just chimed in.
Are you on the dating apps?
Yeah.
Which
ones?
Yeah. Only Raya?
Yeah, I was on Hinge. I got off of it.
Why'd you get off Hinge?
It's not my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't get a
How
lot of
often-
matches.
You don't get a lot of matches on Hinge? Really?
No, not really.
Oh my god. Okay. So Raya, you have more success on Raya.
No. I wouldn't say so.
What are the red flags in Dallas dating?
I think Dallas as a city has a lot of girl bosses where you find out that their dad pays for their rent.
Oh, and you don't like that. I mean, it's a turnoff.
Yeah.
Are you attracted to somebody that's really hyper independent? Or not hyper independent, but that pays for her own stuff?
No, you don't have to pay for your own stuff. It's more the combination of girl boss and don't pay for any of your stuff.
And that's just a complete turnoff.
It's not really a turnoff, it's a red flag.
What's a green flag?
Anyone that's deepening their faith.
So
actively
a
working on their
God-fearing
faith.
woman.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't going to put it like that. Not
Okay.
God-fearing, but
yeah.
I guess. You don't have to fear God.
It's just that phrase a lot of people have been using lately.
Who uses that phrase?
A lot of girls that I've been interviewing lately, they said they
Are
want a
afraid- are
God-fearing man.
They want a God-fearing man. Okay.
Yeah. So what impresses you? What type of girl do you want?
What it really boils down to is you can date someone or marry someone that's beautiful. You can date someone that or marry someone that's a genius. But if they won't put their family first, like put their kids before themselves and even, I guess, before you, then your kids are going to be messed up.
And what do you do for a living?
I have a startup. It's called Vela. Follow us on Instagram at Vela Cleans. It's a home cleaning marketplace startup. So it's like, yeah, for on demand. If you need your place cleaned, call us.
And where'd you go to school?
Harvard.
Did you play a sport there?
Lacrosse.
Oh, nice. And where are you from?
Dallas.
And how old are you?
27.
Well,
About to turn
Kyle,
27.
thank you for expressing yourself with me.
Thank you.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, on a, you got a good job. My is paid. Okay. So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is
it's
not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
No, you said that.
No.
You said, what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss. And
But-
so he makes, so what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that.
Okay, but
Okay.
take financials out of it.
Okay, so
What are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
she's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the f- he is. So
This was hard to watch. She just sat up there and said a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, in other words, a baddie don't bring nothing to the table. Their money and their popularity is their identity. Outside of that, they have nothing to offer except for drama and headaches. All they know how to do is twerk and fight. This whole baddie era is a scam. All that hype with zero substance. Keep it a buck. These baddies, they don't bring peace. They don't bring ambition. They don't bring support. They bring problems. Their entire personality revolves around being looked at. The moment that attention stops, so does their identity. They think money and followers equals value. But anybody can go viral. Anybody can shake their on TV. That's not talent. A BBL can cover up an empty spirit.
Men should ask a woman what her body count is before committing to her. I even think it's appropriate to ask on the first date. Because if you're about to invest time, energy, resources, a future, and potentially build a family with someone, why would you ignore something that directly affects long-term relationships? And before people get emotional, this isn't about judgment. It's about psychology. It's about bonding and compatibility. Women emotionally bond through intimacy far more deeply because of hormones like oxytocin, the chemical that is connected to attachment and bonding. When a woman constantly jumps from partner to partner, eventually intimacy can become less emotional and more casual, which can make long-term attachment and pair bonding harder for women. And let's be honest, if somebody gets extremely defensive or offended by simple questions about their history, there's probably important information for you to uncover there. A mature person and a person that's not ashamed with their history would be able to have a mature conversation about their past. Men are allowed to have standards. That's called dating intentionally. Let's stop acting like asking important questions before commitment is toxic. That's what dating is literally for.
You know, modern women are really on the internet for the plot. They're really online for the adoration, the validation. They are. It's an online journal for them. It's an online diary. I think there was a lady that was talking about, you know, basically I have like 4 or 5 guys that want to date me, but you know, I couldn't bear the thought of kissing them. And then she went on to the guys that I like don't want me. And you know, why is it like that? Has anybody ever experienced that? Yeah. A lot of modern women, especially in your age range, are going through that. And a lot of these ladies, they seem nice enough, but they continue to tell on themselves. All the guys, I have plenty. Well, where are all the men at? Why don't they want me? You just said you had 4 or 5 of them, but none of them qualify for what you're looking for. It seems like modern women have to go through hundreds of thousands, even millions of men. Oh, that's my person. And then you get divorced. And it's like, well, you had your person like how many hundreds of thousands of people ago? You already had them. You just didn't like them. They didn't give you butterflies and sparks and all that other nonsense. And essentially you screwed yourself.
Your wife does not look good in a dress. Do you tell her?
If your wife doesn't look good in a dress, you need to tell her. When your wife is a bag of wrinkles or she's fat while pregnant and you look over at her and say, you look so beautiful. I have never been more attracted to you in this moment. Knowing that you're carrying my child, she'll believe you. Because the time that she looked bad in that dress, we were like, you don't look good in that dress. And that is literally what I tell my wife. When she asks me something hard and I tell her the truth, I'm like, I need you to believe me. When you're 80 and you're a bag of wrinkles and still I look at you and I say, you are beautiful, that you know it's the truth. Because in moments like this, where it would have been so much easier to lie, I didn't. In that moment when I needed it to count, you knew.
Every moment is trust building. Every single encounter either draws you closer to the other person in trust or pulls you away from trust. And once you realize what's at stake, the courage to be honest is so much easier. Also, I'm crying.
You've seen the data showing the movement of teenage boys politically to the right.
Where else are they going to go?
It's a good question.
I mean, I had a teenage boy. I still have one. And I watched them be pushed farther and farther right by their school. You suck. All of your instincts are bad. These girls are amazing. Look at you. You're pathetic. Be less masculine and more attractive. You're just barking at them constantly. They're not moving right. They're moving out of your stupid way. You've given them what? Nothing. Nothing. One of my son's friends recently by his own hand. And I don't know what kind of pressures he was put under. But I watched those kids go through this pressure cooker created.
I'm 30 years old and I couldn't be more uninterested in marriage and dating.
You say that like it's something to be proud of.
I've done so much on my own that I'm genuinely unimpressed by the population of men that we have to date.
I was about to say that's awesome, but if you've done so much on your own, that doesn't equate automatically to personal growth. More likely self-isolation and an inability to work with others in the face of challenges.
I have not met one person that has made my life significantly easier.
Whoa, is that what some of you guys are thinking? That a relationship is meant to make your life significantly easier? Maybe that is the crux of this whole issue that people are dealing with. Relationships are not supposed to make your life significantly easier. There are parts of relationships that make life, oh my God, so worth living. And there are parts of relationships that make being single easier than being in a relationship because it brings up the parts of you that aren't developed. It brings up this exact thing this woman was talking about, the inability to actually work together as a team, to face challenges, to deal with the moments where you disappoint each other. Or should we all just run for the hills and never bother with relationships if they don't make us if they don't make things completely easier. Do some of you guys actually think that?
Because I firmly believe that when you get into a partnership with a man, a woman never benefits.
And now we kind of come full circle here. If she fully believes that you never benefit as a woman getting into a relationship with a man, then of course you think like this. Your own bias would thus make it impossible for you to have a good relationship, because you're already walking in thinking, I lose in this situation. So I guess everything she says makes sense for her. I don't buy any of it, that any of it's real or vulnerable or courageous. I think this is just one of the many ways people deflect and hide and avoid the inevitable risks that come with living a full life.
Thing is, for me, I'm hyper independent.
These are green flags to me in early stages of dating that say he is a gentleman. First of all, he cares about how you're getting to the date. He's going to ask and make sure that you're good to get there. If he's picking you up, he comes to the door to get you. And he opens the car door for you. He opens all the doors for you, always. Not just for you, but for other people too. He asks you good questions. He's engaging. He is interested in the conversation. He wants to talk more about you than he wants to talk about himself. Pulls out the chair for you at the table. He makes decisions. He obviously makes decisions about where you're going, what you might be doing after. When you're walking outside, he is walking on the side closer to the street and closer to the cars. And he should not be walking in front of you because that's rude. And then making sure you get home safely. That's really important no matter what. He should always be making sure you get home safe.
What the is that supposed to mean?
How are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. I'm trying to ask men, why are you like this?
What the is that supposed to mean?
You don't like that question? It just means like, why are men the way they are?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Why are you the way you are?
Well, a lot of things, because...
Okay, well, I'm a lot of things, too.
Why does that upset you?
Do you think I'm upset?
Seem irritated.
You seem irritated. Is it a joke?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun and lighthearted.
The goal is to trap these men and say, like, why are men like this? Like, what the... Honey, your whole premise that you claim is supposed to be lighthearted and fun is right from the first second you're attacking these guys, right? Because your implication is, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you so effed up?
My best piece of advice to women is, if you're in a relationship, it's to treat your man like a king. Do his laundry, clean his room, make his bed in the morning, feed him. The main thing is to always cook for him. As soon as you walk through the door, you are supposed to ask him and his friends, are you guys hungry? Can I make you guys something? Now he looks like the big dog. Now he feels confident that his woman got him. And now all his friends know that he has a prize. Even though he's the prize, he has a good woman standing by him.
So what were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months, and I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well,
and is willing to meet me at that level.
For sure. This is our first date, so
yeah, I
feel
know.
like
That's why I'm being
maybe
crystal clear, because so many men look just like you, have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
No,
like...
I'm not having fun. I'm done having fun.
Right, you're done with fun now, but before...
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that much is clear.
A lot of men.
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
And
right
I
now.
don't need to do it anymore. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, and because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down. So
Okay,
normally I don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life.
I don't know. Yeah, this might not be a great fit.
First date, and she's already laying out a full timeline like it's a business meeting. Baby in a year, ring in 9 months, marriage in 2. That's not romance. That's a checklist. The whole vibe screams desperation and not attraction. Nothing makes a man lose interest faster than feeling like he's being recruited to fix a life plan that's already behind schedule. This is the problem with the fun years. A whole decade spent running around, stacking memories, stacking baggage, and then when the party's over, suddenly it's time to get serious. But serious doesn't erase mileage. Serious doesn't erase the past. The truth is simple. No man with options is signing up to be the retirement plan after a decade of chaos. No man with self-respect is rushing into a contract just because she wasted her prime and now wants to hit fast forward. Love doesn't grow under pressure. It dies there. And any guy who sticks around after hearing that kind of speech on a first date isn't her soulmate. He's just desperate enough to play along.
I had a chance to read the article, Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing? Beautifully written. I love a good read. That's something that y'all don't know about me, but I like to read. I enjoy a good read. Beautifully executed. Love that it was like a balanced analysis. It didn't feel like it was leaning one way or another. It definitely came from a place of curiosity. I feel like those are always the best things to read, is when they lead with curiosity instead of a definitive answer. So outside of that, the only thing I want to say is having a boyfriend, I can't say isn't or isn't embarrassing. But this is what I will say. If you have a man in your life at any capacity, husband, boyfriend, you're dating, entertaining, that's your sub. I don't care if you're a dominatrix at this point. If you have a man in your life at any capacity and he treating you crazy, that is embarrassing. It is 2025. You do not got to get treated bad by no man. You don't. You don't got to do that part no more. You don't. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. A woman having a boyfriend really ain't embarrassing. A woman having a boyfriend and complaining constantly about how crazy he treat her is embarrassing. And I'm not looking at him, I'm looking at you. Because people gonna be who they are. People don't gotta be who they are with you. I don't understand that part.
You know, I think she's right. She was talking about, there was a woman that was talking about, she read the article, Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing? And it was beautifully written. I like to read, the whole 9 yards, right? And then she said, having a boyfriend really isn't embarrassing. It's when y'all be with men and the men be mistreating y'all. That's what's embarrassing. Y'all stay with the guys that you should not be with. Do you know, and we're watching, I was watching like The Worst Neighbor or something like that. And, you know, you talk about how men are dangerous and how men are unaliving women and stuff like that. But a lot of these ladies are very dangerous. They're very dangerous. They will walk up on you and take your life and call you crazy. These modern women are out here going through men to blow up homes. Some of these ladies are out here going, they are the masterminds. We like to talk about, oh, the man made me do it and all this stuff. He had control of me. No, it's these women out here committing fraud and trying to dispose of bodies. It's these women out here doing it. But it's a man's problem. It's a man's. Be careful him. Oh, you don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. You're dangerous. But they don't want to hear that. Because the man bad, woman good. Man versus bear, I choose the bear.
Be honest with me. What is the real reason why you're single right now?
I think I'm going to speak for all men in this video, and I'm going to do that by using a flow chart of what has happened to me. So let's jump right in. So here's little baby us. Okay, and then at some point in our childhood, we're going to go through something that's going to happen to us, which is going to then cause us to bottle up our emotions and learn to deal with it. Then, somewhere years later along the way, we're going to meet pretty girl number one. Pretty girl number one is going to make us feel trust again, and love, and cared for, which will then lead us to open up about our emotions. Okay? And once time goes by and you spill all the beans to her, she will inevitably cheat on you. Okay? And these little arrows here show how she's going to use all your insecurities and trust issues and mental health to then throw it back in your face and make you seem like the bad guy. Okay? That will then cause us to self-sabotage and be upset. Okay? We will self-sabotage every relationship going forward. Okay? We're going to go to alcohol and money and fast things like motorcycles. And in the very end, we will never trust a woman again. So that pretty much is the Spark Notes version of it. That lays out everything you guys need to know. Girls, hope you got it. Boys, got your back. I'll see you next time.
I know this to be true for so many men, but for a lot of women watching this, they will say that, well, women go through a very similar experience, right? They get hurt. A man hurts her, and that doesn't mean that she should be able to hurt a future man back, right? But there's a key difference in the experience of what a man goes through versus a woman, and I want to highlight it because this man touched on it. And that key difference is that a man is made out to feel like the bad guy, even though oftentimes it's either the woman or it's both of them. Like they both have a part to play in the demise of that relationship. But the man is made out to feel like the bad guy. It is very infrequent where a woman is made out to feel like the bad guy, like publicly, socially, even privately between the two of them. And that is why a man will go through the process of bottling up. He won't open up, and then he will turn to some of these things as a way to cope. So yeah, ladies, for a lot of men that are single, it is because of how they've been treated. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their life together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
Well, darling, the first place I'd recommend you go to is wherever you need to go to get that ridiculous piece of metal running through your nose removed. Because until you do, there's no point in going anywhere else. Just saying.
I'm going to tell y'all something, man. The reason it's hard to find a good woman is because a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. It's simply put, like, a good woman is somewhere being a good woman. That's why you don't see them in the club half naked, sweated out in the summertime. That's why you don't see them on a podcast or on TV somewhere talking about, let me tell you something. That ain't no good woman. That woman for the streets. When you run across a good woman, it was luck. You happen to stumble across a good woman. You better try to get her and keep her. It ain't that many of them.
Hey guys, I'm home from the singles event. Whenever I wear makeup and take it off with micellar water, my eyes get so red. And when I wear makeup, my eyes get burned. But I go to the singles night. I just feel like the girlies are gonna love these videos. I go in and this guy approaches me when I'm going to the bar with my friend. And he's like, hi, oh my gosh. And I was like, no. So I chat him up for like 2 minutes and I'm like, I hope you have a good evening. I'm gonna get a drink, excuse me. And then he says something like, good luck ordering the drinks here. They're very complicated and like really weirdly crafted. He said something like, good luck with blank. And I said, thank you. And the guy at the bar was like, what did that guy just say? So he turned around and he's like, that sounded like a fun conversation. And I was like, yeah, I just got here. Wasn't ready for that. I need a second. I'm freaking out. And he's like, well, when you're ready, me and my friends are sitting at the booth over there. Get your drink and come on over. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And I was like, Teresa, should we go? Should we go hang out with his friends? Like, that could just be fun. We don't need to like walk around and stand here really awkwardly. Like everyone has a name tag on. And I was like, he's kind of cute. Maybe we should just like go sit down at the table with his friends. So we grab a drink and then we're standing over here away from the bar. And I look at the guy again and I was like, hi. And he's like, come on. And I was like, okay. And then we go sit down with him and his friends the rest of the night. And it was so fun. And he was like very charming and very kind, which is exactly what I'm looking for. But I'm terrified. I'm like literally so terrified. And he's like, you guys should come do this thing with me and my friends tomorrow. And I think we're gonna go hang with them tomorrow. But I was driving home with my friend and I was like, yeah, I'm just like terrified. I'm freaking out. And she's like, don't do this. Like, don't do this. He's so interested and like very nice. Just give it a chance. And I was like, okay. So that's my update. I hate when I post something and don't give updates or when other people do that. I'm like, where is the update? So that was my update. And I got water on myself somehow just now. But it was fun. It was fun. You could tell everybody there was like so nervous. And, you know, to be a man, you have to be confident enough to talk to a lady. So it's nice as the lady to just go with a friend and not have to worry about anything. Like, someone's going to come up to you if they're interested. It's not our job. But yeah, like dating in 2025, way better to go in person at an event than an app, I think.
If a woman acts like a child, then she's dating a man.
Let's try phrasing that a little bit more accurately and see if it still sounds good. So if a woman acts in an infantile, immature, not completely cognitively developed manner, then that means that the guy she's dating should be complimented as being a man.
If she acts like a mom, then she's dating a child.
If she's acting in a way that's responsible, loving, and possibly caretaking, then that should be taken as an insult to the guy that she's with.
And if she acts like a man, then she's dating a loser.
So if they're acting confident, self-assured, independent, and most of all, responsible, that naturally means that the person they're dating is a loser. Right. Sometimes I really don't think that a lot of women think these things through because, quite frankly, it makes women look really bad when they say stuff like this.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if he's paying the mortgage so that you can use the money that you make to get your nails done, your hair done, have the occasional TJ Maxx run, get a coffee every now and then he's still providing for you. He's putting a roof over your head, and it gives you the freedom to do the other little girly things that you want to do. And gratitude is a really lost virtue in today's society, especially amongst women. Like, for some reason, we think that we're entitled to millions of dollars and vacations 24/7 and buying anything we want and just spending all the money we want. And that's just not reality. And if this is something that you're struggling with, like, you look at your husband and think that he's not enough and the money he makes is not enough and the job he does is not enough and the work that he does is not enough, and you look at your life and you say that it's not enough and the things you have are not enough, and you want to spend more money and you want to have more things, number one, I would encourage you to take a few days, weeks, or months off of social media. Like, get tapped into your reality and not other people's 1% reality that's on social media. And the second thing I would say is to practice gratitude out loud and saying things and saying, I am grateful for it. Thank you, God, for this, and speaking it out loud. Because the truth is if you have running water, food, and a roof over your head, you're doing better than 90% of the population. If you have a man who works hard for you, regardless of how much money he makes, you are doing better than a lot of people. And you're not entitled to just swipe the credit card and spend all of his money. A really great chapter of the Bible for you to read is Philippians chapter 4, specifically verses 4 through 14. And it's Paul writing from prison. And he's basically talking about how contentment is the secret to life. It's the secret to enjoying your life. And I'm paraphrasing, but he says, I know how to live on everything and I know how to live on almost nothing. And I am content in both situations. Like, if you're watching this video right now, you're doing better than most of the population.
And I really like what Savannah was saying when she was kind of calling out modern women who are ungrateful. Oh, I'm looking for this and I want that. And she said, man, you know, if the guy is paying all of the bills and you have the money, like your check would be going to, it's really going to nothing. He's paying all of the bills. So I have the money to go on a TJ Maxx run. I put back for vacations, you know, but you know, for the most part, my money is my money. Y'all don't understand how lucky you are. Y'all don't understand how good you have it. You need to be a little bit more grateful. I think she actually, you know, in so many words said, man, you guys need to go outside and touch grass. You guys need to pull yourselves together. Cause this complaint, oh, well, I don't have this. Oh, she got a Range Rover and I only got a Suburban. Do you have 4 kids, ma'am? You don't need a Range Rover. You got the exact car that you need. Modern women will be out here in a brand new Cadillac Escalade, fully loaded, complaining about a car they don't have and a car they don't need. They will be in a 6-bedroom, 5-bath house. And they start construction on the 6th bathroom, full bathroom. Don't even need it. Started construction on that one because that's what you wanted. Oh, the pool ain't big enough. I want the pool bigger. Oh, we need a mother-in-law suite, and then we need a father-in-law suite. You know, so if my mom want to come down and we need to take care of her, the man is paying all of that, by the way. I want to take care of my mom. Oh, and if your parents need somebody to they can stay in that suite. Or if anybody just wants to come down and they want to hang out, we got plenty of rooms, but you can stay out in the suite on your own. He's paying for all of that. Yet and still, modern women will still figure out a way to complain and cry and whine and moan and nag about it.
You want my number?
Yeah, I want your number.
Really? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good.
You said this your brother?
No, it's my man.
Oh.
Seriously.
Oh, shit.
You're not gonna say nothing. You're fine if I give him my number.
I'll see.
Yeah, sure.
That was a test and you failed. Your man is not obligated to risk his health and safety every time another man wants your attention, right? It is up to you to make the decision not to give your attention to these men. What that woman should have immediately done is, this is my man, I'm getting behind him. Talk to him about it. What this woman should have done is immediately told him, get the fuck out of my face. You see that I'm here with my man, right? That's what the woman should have done. What did the woman do though? The opposite. And ended up giving out her number. It is not your man's job to fight for you. It is your man's job to protect you. Now, if this man came up and started harassing you, then yeah, you should be looking at your boyfriend like, are you going to do something about this? But if a guy comes up and asks you to give you his phone number or vice versa, a man's not obligated to do except see what you do as a result, right? Because at the end of the day, he's not obligated to get into a fight with every man that happens to want your phone number. What he's doing is he's seeing where your loyalty lies, especially while you're right in front of his face, right? If you're willing to give out your phone number with your man right in front of your face just because he didn't say anything, then you would probably give it out no matter what. Congratulations, you failed. With that being said, the prankster is corny as because jokes like this are not funny. And nobody should be thinking that they're funny. You're literally ruining relationships as a joke, right? But at the same time, you can say that he's helping relationships because this man is no longer going to spend time with a woman who would willingly give her phone number out to anybody. And as a man, you should have the integrity to at least speak up, but I completely understand not speaking up if you want to see how your woman would react to something. Last I checked, I'm not allowed to speak for you, so I'm not going to put myself into a situation or insert myself somewhere that I have no business being, because if I was to step up and say something, then you would have a problem with that too. And you also have to understand the mentality that this society has, right? Because we're in a society where women aren't property, right? Which is fair. But at the end of the day, the reason why men were so meticulous on no man touching or talking to their woman is because that woman was theirs. Now we live in a society where a woman can wake up and decide she doesn't want to be yours anymore. So why would you risk your health and safety or risk going to jail for over a woman that doesn't even belong to you?
I shouldn't even have to say this, but ladies, if a guy you're interested in, or like, I don't know, you guys are talking on a dating app or something, please don't do that. But if you are talking on a dating app, or you're just talking to somebody and they invite you over to their house, God forbid if it's the first date, but even like the second, third, or fourth, or fifth, I would say like the first 5 dates need to be them putting in work. If they're inviting you over to their house to watch a movie, or to like cook dinner at their house or your house, they're broke and not worth your time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just don't waste your time, because that is just being cheap, okay? It's not cute. That is broke boy energy.
A lot of these women today, for whatever reason, and I think I know the reason why, is because a lot of these OnlyFans chicks have made a lot of money. Is because we've changed the culture to where you got fly out culture and everything is so easily acceptable, aside from the fact that you have a lot of these IG pictures that's leading y'all to believe that people are doing better than they really are. And people are financing a lot of stuff and they blowing a lot of bags, and it's not necessarily translating into the best thing that's for people in the culture. and nobody cares about love anymore. But the fact of the matter is that people spend more time focusing, or women, let me revise that. Women have been spending more focus and time on what you are supposed to be doing for them instead of whether or not they are valuable enough or they qualify or whether or not they even like the person that they're around. And so now you have a lot of these women that are jumping online saying that men are giving broke boy energy if you don't take them out 5 times. And I've seen a lot of women that even ask for money or say that you're supposed to pay for her groceries in order to even be able to get with her. I was always of the impression that you was doing too much. If you decided to buy a drink for a chick that ultimately is just there to get drinks and she not even buying a drink for herself because she just don't qualify to be in your presence. I say that y'all keep doing what y'all doing. The only reason that they're getting upset is because a lot of them are not getting what they want. And so they get disgusted and they start to have these conversations online like that's supposed to prove something to you. And the only people that's going to fall for that trick is the simps. Simps fall for tricks from tricks. Simps fall from tricks from tricks. Straight up. And so if she like you, there are no rules. If she don't necessarily care, but she want to give you a chance, then she going to put a barrier to entry, and that's when you got to start spending money. And let me be clear. It's nothing wrong with spending money to enjoy your life. But if you're leading with money, and I said this on After Hours, if you're leading with money in order to get it because you couldn't get it without it, and that's what she makes you qualify for, then that's a bigger problem. That is a much, much bigger problem than anything that these women are saying. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself and listen to your conscience. Listen to Uncle Anton.
Question for men in New York City. Why is no one making the effort to offer their seat to a woman? I have been appalled lately getting on the subway and seeing a number of elderly women, pregnant women, women with children, women that are obviously struggling to carry a lot of things, and no man offers.
If you're making $50,000 as a man, you should not date. Agree? Disagree? If so, why?
I mean, everyone deserves companionship, but you have to date a girl in your price range.
What do you mean?
You can't expect to talk to a girl that's used to going to 5-star Michelin star places once a week and go shopping once a week, and all you can provide is Chick-fil-A.
What's your expectation?
My personal expectation?
Yeah.
I don't really like to give away my expectation so men don't replicate it, but I'll just say being reasonable, every other week, a dinner date, frequent vacations, princess treatment.
Princess treatment.
Yeah, I'm not too hard to deal with.
You said that you shouldn't date outside of your
price range.
Did you say what that is to you?
The activities that I like to do probably cost anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month for a man to upkeep.
So
what are you hang gliding off of the tower?
Like
what are you doing?
that I do as a person. Yeah.
Is he taking you ziplining in Cairo? What's $10,000 a month?
No, I'm just activities that I like to do, and then with my partner. So I'm saying I like to travel a lot.
Oh.
I'd love to go out to eat. Maybe 5 is a bit much. Let's say maybe
well,
3.
hold on. You said 5 to 10.
Yeah.
So 5 was on the low end.
Yeah, because what if we have a birthday or it's
a birthday?
That's why. I mean, that's at least $6,000, right?
For all the people that have problems with age gap relationships, try being a 33-year-old man with no children, a good career, and just wanting to start a family. And try find someone your own age to start a family with. It's impossible. 33-year-old woman. So let's say I find a 33-year-old woman. I marry her today, and we have kids tomorrow. Her first child with me is going to be at 33 years old. That's not dangerous yet, but you're starting to get there. Now let's work our way 7 years down the road and say we want to have a second or third child. Well, now she's 40. That's unsafe.
I do feel like there's a little bit of a lack of accountability here. Has he stopped to consider that maybe he waited too long? Mind you, I don't even think there's anything wrong with a 22-year-old dating a 34-year-old. It's just not very easy to get, pretty uncommon, and statistically doesn't last very long. Emory University actually did a study on age gap relationships and how long they typically last per gap, and it's pretty interesting. If there's only a 1-year difference, only a 3% risk for divorce. 5 years, 18% higher. But at 10 years, a 39% higher risk. So the age gap that he's looking for has almost a 40% failure rate. Oh, and by the way, a 20-year age gap has a 95% failure rate. But anyway, my husband is actually 6 years older than me, but we did meet in our 20s. Men seem to think they have this infinite time glitch when it comes to settling down because their swimmers last forever, but anyone over 30 will tell you it gets harder. Now, I don't know this guy's whole story. I don't know if it's for lack of trying and he's just been unlucky in love. It just feels like he's mad at us, the the audience for some reason, you know? This guy's problem is that he cares too much what other people think. If he finds some 22-year-old who likes him, who cares? But also, medical progress has actually made it to where women are having super healthy pregnancies throughout their 30s too, dude. One of my daughter's classmates' moms is 20 years older than me. And our kids are the same age. Just chill out, dude. You're overcomplicating it.
And I do understand what Lauren is saying. And yeah, she's got a point. You have women on into their 40s, on into their 50s, having children, right? But I think what he's saying is, and you know, it's just more of men catching flack. It's different if somebody's calling you, if somebody says, okay, I don't know about that. But usually men are getting called pedophiles when they're doing this. That's why he's talking about it. You're calling me weird, right? And then this is how a lot of men think. They do the math. Okay, if I do this, then it's going to do this. But if we're a woman and she's doing the math in that way, in that manner, then it's okay. That's the problem. Modern women from the jump, it don't matter what age, they're allowed and they're able to do the math. Well, if he does this, I want to do that, and I'm looking for this isn't it, and it's okay. But if a man were to do that math, now he's overcomplicating it. I don't think he is. I think he's just trying to look out, cross our horizon and say, okay, what is this going to look like? According to science, he is technically correct. Even though, you know, what you're saying, you have a point. We have advanced in medicine to where there's, you know, women having pregnancies older, and there's care that you can take in order to have that. But based on, you know, current understanding and research, you know, you kind of don't want to do that if you don't have to. You want the best chance, is I think what men are saying. So I understand where Lauren is coming from, but that's how a lot of men think. They're trying to do the math. And then most men, if they are in these types of relationships, people are not, it used to be, you know, people might say, okay, I don't agree with that. But now men are being called, you know, predators and stuff like that.